Intamin multi-launch coaster coming to Busch Gardens Williamsburg, and then like an hour later we learned about the fall of an Intamin multi-launch coaster at King's Dominion. So while it is bittersweet, I've already kind of given my thoughts on Volcano leaving King's Dominion, but now I want to talk about what is coming to Busch Gardens Williamsburg, because this is something that we should get excited about. We've known that Busch Gardens' next roller coaster was going to be from Intamin, and it'd be a multi-launch coaster, and it'd be going in the Festa field. We've all known that for a while, but what we just got was the layout. And not layout as in we know that it'll do this element at this time. I mean, we have a direct overhead look at where the track will be at certain points in the field. This is all thanks to BGW fans. They do a huge blog post talking about all the permits that are filed, the schematics, kind of breaking it down for us. I'll throw a link in the description to their article. I highly suggest reading it if you are interested in knowing more about this. This video will kind of be my take on it, but if you're interested in knowing all the basic information about what we know about it, then that is the article you're going to want to read. I'll kind of give a brief sum up of it though. Essentially, you're going to access it from behind the Teacups ride on the other side of Tempesto. So Festa Italia is already home to two big roller coasters right next to each other, and it's soon going to be home to three. What you're going to do is actually cross a bridge going over the Festa train station into a new plaza on the other side. So it will not be a new section of the park, it will be still considered part of Festa Italia. And it'll kind of be a dead-end plaza, like the coaster's really going to be the only thing over there. There might be like a food stand, and there'll likely be a photo booth, but that's pretty much it. However, I will say I do think they have the potential to add onto that area with either another like small flat ride or maybe a restaurant or something like that, because it is a really big section of the park where this ride is going. So it is possible that we could see some more buildings go up in that area, but I don't think it'll be in 2020. They're really focusing on the coaster here. So anyways, you're going to cross this bridge, enter this plaza, and this next graph kind of shows what kind of queue line we're looking at. You see the two different color lines. That's because you're going to have the quick queue and your normal standby line kind of run parallel next to each other, and then you have your queue house. It doesn't look like anything super elaborate, so I wouldn't expect a Verbolten style queue here, more like a Tempesto style queue. Some switchbacks, nothing really well themed. We don't actually have any sort of clue of the theming for this ride. That's kind of the big question mark here. It'd be nice to see another mystical creature, kind of like how you have the Loch Ness Monster, a Griffin, Alpengeist. So we'll see what they end up going with. So you get to your station, you board your vehicle. It looks like we're going to be seeing two trains on this ride. We can tell that because the storage bay doesn't look super big, although three trains would be a welcome addition. And just kind of judging by the layout, I feel like they might be able to run three trains on it because you have multiple block break sections with the different launches. But it could be just because of the length of the actual ride experience that there's no need to run three trains. They can do everything with two just fine. But let's kind of get into the layout. So you're going to turn left out of the station. It looks like we have some small S-curves. I wouldn't expect you to be taking these at high speeds or anything like an RMC pre-lift where you're kind of banking. I expect this to stay relatively flat. And then you hit your first launch section. And this looks to bank you up into a